XFM.
And you'd have to write stuff. But anyway, what are we doing?
I got confused!
Right, so anyway...
I'm intrigued by the dog that was licking your face.
Well, bin that.
We won't win that!
No, it's a great feature. I just think you need to be a little bit more careful about what you consider to be education.
Gone funny. I fell over.
Alright, well,
we'll work on it next week. Play a tune, and what have you got for us? Because we've got a big competition.
Come on! Do the competition. We've only got 25
Yeah, well, come on then,
Don't worry about it, Karl. Play a tune. We'll come back with Rockbusters.
What are we playing?
Let's play a bit of Tupac.
Oh, that's what I'm coming out to, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine it.
Whack it up, whack it up.
Tupac, California Love.
Yeah.
And that's the big tune that Ricky will be coming out to when he has his celebrity boxing match. We're all looking forward to that, Rick.
Yeah.
Competition time, Karl?
Oh, Karl's looking forward to this. He's just getting all stressed about his half hour. Pete. Oh, go on.
No, it's just, we should have done this a lot earlier.
Why?
It keeps them hooked in. Right, if you haven't heard the game before, I'll give you some initials, bit of a cryptic clue, and those initials and the cryptic clue makes up some band. Might not be an XFM band, but it's a band or a pop group or an artist or something.
Yeah.
It's on
What's
email.
the feature called, though? What's the feature
called?
called?
Rockbusters.
Rockbusters, yeah?
Absolutely.
Do you want to, will we do this on email?
I think we ought to, because you don't like taking calls from the public, do you?
Well, he can't work the machine.
No, that's absolutely right.
It's not that, it's just that, then it's pretty fair for everyone, because...
Anyone who's got a computer, you mean? So it's open to anyone who's got, you know, a computer or a laptop at their disposal at this precise moment.
Anyway, there's some cracking prizes, Rick, you'll be pleased to know that, obviously, once again, Karl has, managed to collect together an arbitrary assortment of,
just looking
giveaway stuff.
looking around the office.
I mean, where did you get these from? Did you just, I mean, seriously, where did you get them from? Because it's such an arbitrary collection.
What have we got there?
I don't know what kind of a person would want these items.
Right.
It's such an arbitrary selection, I don't know what kind of person you'd be.
Read them out, what have we got?
Well, there's another XFM compilation, which you've obviously nicked from somewhere in the office.
Yeah, it's a good compilation, remix to
there's
album.
an album here, which is a promo album with two pigs on the front. I think it's the Smashing Pumpkins Live. I can't be certain. This is the album, didn't we give this one away last week? This is just an arbitrary compilation album. Again, one of those kind of...
Is that the actual one you didn't send, Karl?
No.
We've
got a couple of these.
I've got a job lot of them.
Surprise, surprise, The Office on DVD, which is ludicrous.
I've seen it from here. What film? If it, listen, dear XFM listener, it's 2:30. You know, it's a bit windy out. You're
probably gonna stay in this evening.
Maybe do a bit of shopping. You got, and then in a stay this evening. Or what film would you really want? No, I mean seriously. Think if you could see one film. Right, what would you want to see?
DVD.
One of the big releases.
Yeah, it's great. Put them out of their misery, Steve. They'll be watching this tonight if they're a lucky winner.
It's the movie Stigmata. Stigmata with Patricia Arquette and Gabriel Byrne. So look forward to that.
That's great.
That's the big one.
That is brilliant.
You're playing
look at Karl's face. He's actually offended because he's the only one that puts any work into this show, and he's got competitions. He's got Educating Ricky, Rockbuster. He's got
the song with a story.
He's got a song with a story to come that he's like gone through them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So you're playing for that collection of arbitrary goodies plus the big prize this week, Stigmata, featuring Gabriel Byrne.
Oh dear.
About a woman who I think starts bleeding from the hands. It's a horror film, I think. You'll have to be 18 or over to take part.
It's not terrible.
Sure.
It's all right. But
is it better than Children of the Corn, which was a big giveaway last week?
I haven't seen Children of the Corn. Go on then.
Right. So
next week, Teen Wolf 2.
Go on.
Here's the
and Tony Banks's own solo album, Bank Statement. Tony Banks, remember, is the musician from the much loved Genesis, but we've got that album to give away.
Alright then.
XFM.
Fearless in Furs, Velvet Underground. What a great start. What a classic song.
They continue to sound fresh and contemporary.
Do you know what that song's about, Karl?
No.
M&S. M&S.
It's about M&S.
You know that?
Yeah.
You know the shop?
Yeah.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
Whiplash, Smile and all the things you can get at Marks and Spencer's.
Shiny boots of leather.
Yeah. Being whipped.
Yeah. I think that's a new division they've opened.
Yeah. But we have got a great show lined up,
have we? No, go on.
No, we have. No, because we've got, Rockbusters coming up, the great new
looking
quiz.
Forward to that.
That's made the press.
Has it?
Yeah. Frimley Tea Room's newsletter mentioned it. We've also got,
that's Karl's local, isn't it?
Yeah. We've also got, Educating Ricky, where Karl educates me. the one last week, a girl, right? She was deaf, and she was had an argument with her mum, and she pushed her and she hit her head, and then she can hear again.
Yeah.
Don't know what I learnt from that.
No.
It might be subliminal, something might be going, it might be a metaphor that I will learn from.
Yeah, it's like a parable.
Yeah, so, look at his face. We might as well be talking Dutch, mightn't we, Karl? Say something quick, it's radio.
I don't understand what you want from me.
Oh, we're only joking.
XFM.
Nirvana, in their version of The Man Who Sold the World, the David Bowie tune. It's good.
Good tune.
Taken from that new Nirvana compilation.
I like that version, I like the David Bowie version.
You can't decide, can you, Rick? You're torn.
In fact, I like the Lulu version as well.
Is there a Lulu version?
Maybe we should play that one week. Yeah.
Was this recorded, what, in the 70s?
I think she recorded it about the same time as David Bowie. I don't know if he released it as a single. I think it was just on off the album.
Interesting.
Karl is studying. Okay, what's the next one? What's the educating Ricky?
I don't know, see, like I say, I was looking around and there's stuff that is interesting, right? I was looking on the web.
But there's no point.
Well, it's just that I found one about,
what's the point?
About a lad who, 8 years old, but he's still breastfed. Now, I don't know if you can get anything out of that.
Is that what his mum said? What do you mean I don't know if I can get anything out of that? You don't need to.
No, it's just that, you know...
Where did you read that?
That was on the internet.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're always unspecific when you mention it. It's just it was on the internet.
Well, I'm trying to think what I put in. I think I put in Y to see if I'd confused the computer.
Go! You are...
No,
honestly.
I did a search, put in Y, and it came up with funny things that, like, why is this person doing that? Why is that? And it had a picture of this 8-year-old lad, sort of, you know, on his mum's nipple. And, it was saying, you know, is this healthy?
You sure that wasn't asking you that question?
What? I put in Y just to confuse the computer. Like, the computer going, what do you mean? Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, last week, I was walking, home with him, and I went, he was saying something stupid, and I went, I've got a competition for next week. Let's do a phone-in, and it's called Karl Pilkington, Genius or Fool.
Yeah.
Right? And he went, no. I went, why not? He went, well, it'd be confusing, because they say there's no difference between genius and being a fool.
You do that, don't you?
No, but it's rubbish, and people say there's a fine line between madness and genius, and, you know, it's a ridiculous soundbite. They don't say there's a fine line between a genius and an idiot.
Well, the people who do are idiots.
Yeah.
So what would you do there, though, just to sort of wrap that little thing up? What would you do? That lad loves his mum's milk.
What are you asking me to come up with?
No, I'm
just... A title for the story?
No, it's just what would you do? Right.
What do you mean, what would I do?
Well, it's causing a bit of a problem in the area, right?
What area?
In America, I think it was.
Oh, America are a problem, are they? George Bush is worried about this kid who's breastfeeding at 8.
Imagine it like this, right?
Right. No, so, Karl, what are you asking me? About this spurious story you saw on the internet?
I saw it on the internet. There's an 8-year-old lad, he likes his mum's milk. Yeah. And it's saying, is this right? Should it
No, it's not. On? But what
do you want Ricky to do about it? It's not his responsibility.
Yeah.
No, but the little town that he lives in, they're all causing an uproar, right? Going, this isn't right, you know, I can't let my kid play out in case he's in the garden with his mum getting a bit hungry, right? So,
oh, God.
What should they do? Because his mum's saying, well, he likes it.
Yeah.
And he, you know, so what do you do?
I don't know the laws.
No, but I'm not asking you to sort out the laws. I'm just saying, if you lived in that neighbourhood, what would you say? If you went up to him and said, look, everyone's getting a bit fed up with this, look.
I'd say, what would I do? What do you mean, what would I do? What are you asking me?
Right, it doesn't matter.
No, what are you asking me? What are you asking me and Steve and the public?
I'm just saying, say if you live next door to this woman.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's hungry, 8 years old. He's out playing on his bike and he goes, Mum, I'm getting a bit peckish, and he goes, alright, son. She whops one out. and he starts having his milk, right? You live next door, you're putting your washing out, and you see this going on. You're getting a bit sick of it, because it's gone on for months.
8 years, I assume.
Why is it your business? Why are you such a nosy neighbour that you're concerned?
What would you do, Karl? Let's turn it back on him.
Yeah.
What would you do?
What's your solution?
What would you do?
Well, I thought I'd say, right, why are you doing this? And she'd say, because he likes it. And I go, all right then, put it in a bowl first.
And you think that would sort that out?
No, because I was thinking about the whole thing, right, and you do that when you're a baby, and everything's alright, innit?
Yeah.
No one bats an eyelid at a little baby having a bit of milk from its mum's breast, right?
Yeah.
You'd almost say it was natural.
But you grow out of it. It's like, you don't see. It got me thinking about things you don't see. And you don't see.
Did you put this into a computer? Show me things you don't see.
What else don't you see?
Well, you don't see, like, an old man having a Twix. You never...
Oh!
So what?
You know the terrible thing about all this, Steve, is he's right.
You don't see an old man
I
eating a
know,
Twix.
that's a terrible thing.
So what they have got, right, they've made old man toffees, haven't they? They've come up with Werther's.
Is that a song? Oh God! You don't see it.
No, listen now. So they've got their Werther's, right?
Yeah.
So
look at him! You think he's giving a lecture at Oxford?
It's not going anywhere.
No, go on, sorry. Go on.
I'm just saying.
Right.
You grow out of things.
Yeah.
And the old man, I'm sure when he was a kid, he'd have a Twix.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't look right, so he's having...
It doesn't look right!
So...
Right.
I don't think Werther's originals were specially designed for old people. I think they were sweets that just happened to have been made for years. That's why old people eat them.
Yeah.
They didn't go, hang on, there's a market here. I've noticed old people aren't eating Twixes. Quick, let's make some old man sweets.
But the little advert, he gives it to his grandson as well, doesn't he? He goes, I have a Werther's original.
Oh, I think it cuts though before he throws it back in his face and goes, get me a Twix. And a damn curly-whirly, Grandad, you old fool.
XFM.
I hate to say I told you so on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, obviously, with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Genius Pilkington.
Absolutely. I was watching a bit of TV.
Karl the Brain Pilkington.
Yeah, the brains. I was watching a bit of TV last night, Rick.
Go on.
And I had a little
Children
thought.
Need?
No, I didn't watch Children Need.
Oh,
I was watching something. I think it was last night. It was a bit earlier. I had a little thought for lads that might be out tonight, you know, on the Raz.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a little bit of success with the ladies.
Yeah.
This was something that struck me as I was watching it. A lot of gentlemen, you know, when they're engaged in, you know, an act of, you know, relations with a lady, they like to sort of, you know, think of an image or something that will prevent them from, you know, and you catch my drift. We're men in the world.
Grandmother's funeral is the cliche, isn't it?
Exactly. And I'll tell you what I think it should be. Rick Waller jogging. I was watching Fit Club. I have never seen anything
I
like
liked it when
Rick.
Harvey lost it with him.
Oh man alive. I mean, I know I slag him off, but I don't really like him either. I just think he comes across appallingly, and I think, you know,
when he just walked away in that mid-conversation talking to that bloke, they're doing it for his good, really.
But he's like 31 stone?
I think he lost a bit. I think he's 29 now. Don't exaggerate, Steve. You're making him sound like a fat.
but you know, I mean, yeah.
That was close, wasn't it?
When having sex, you know, apparently, thinking of, Rick Waller. Helps.
Oh, don't look what's happened.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reverse effect.
Yeah.
Oh no, me and Karl.
No, if you're with a lady, apparently that works.
I know, he's out now, isn't he? He's out.
Did he walk out?
I think so. I think that's it, from what I can...
No, I think next week they kick him out, because I read something about, they get rid of him next week because of his attitude, and first time I read it, I thought he'd actually ate someone's hat. But it was...
You lost me.
Got rid of him because of the attitude. Oh!
Everything you think of now is puns. You can't get puns out of your head, can you?
Oh, Karl, you're great. Look at his little face.
He's so pleased. How long have you been working on that?
You've gotta give him that. That was a real joke. Look at his face. He knew it was funny. It was meant to be funny. He said it to be funny, and it was. Well done. Well done.
I'm just interested, I just want to dissect it, because it was brilliant, and I'm wondering, how long have you been working on it?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's good stuff, it was worth the wait.
I got it now.
Oh, well done.
The attitude.
Well, I don't think, there's only one band that can top that. Another band from Manchester. Oasis.
Oh.
XFM.
Scorpio Rising, Death in Vegas on XFM 104.9, Steve. I'm Ricky Gervais. Karl. Karl's a little bit less stressed now. The camera crew have gone, his dad's not listening, we think.
Well, yeah, who knows? Who knows?
But, you're chilled.
I tell you what though, my mum was loving it. Do you know Rockbusters?
I love, do I know Rockbusters? I love Rockbusters. I think I dream of it.
She was taking part, I mean, she doesn't know a lot of the new bands and that, but she made some up for, some older bands and that.
Oh, she did some herself?
She made some herself, sent them in the post.
So are you gonna use those today?
She's not quite got the hang of it.
So, unlike her genius son.
Have you got them there? Can we hear what they are?
You keep talking a second then.
I'm quite excited. I mean, if they're even approaching, say, the genius of Wet Knee Houston.
Yeah.
And, there was another one which was something to do with a trench, Karl. What was that?
Oh, that was Dandy Warhols. That was a good one.
Dandy Warhols.
I think that was his finest moment. Yeah.
Incidentally, I've had an email here from someone called Sauda, if that's a he or a she, but let's assume it's a she, just for glam's sake.
Yeah.
She said she saw an old man eating a Twix last week, Karl, so that blows your theory out the
I'm not having it.
Okay. So if you are a bloke, he's calling you a liar, so maybe you want a little rumble later?
In fact, if you are a bloke, he's calling you a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, then. These are ones that my mum's made up.
Brilliant.
Right, just in case you're a new listener, I'll give some initials out and a cryptic clue. And it makes up a band, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or a solo artist.
Yeah, not so much cryptic as what you're thinking.
Well,
go on.
My mum sent this one. This group would be good at doing your hair.
This group would be good at doing your hair.
TP.
Is there a group called the Hairdressers from the 60s?
This group would be good at doing your hair.
TP.
TP. Is it the something?
The Platters.
The Platters.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's alright.
Nice.
Let's have a look. This group sound like dinosaurs.
Group sound like dinosaurs.
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah. I see what you mean. They're not so much cryptic, are they?
This group...
Don't leave her alone. They're good.
This group likes being, by the sand and the sea.
This group likes being by the sand.
Are they the Beach Boys?
Beach Boys.
This band are called the Beatles. The Beatles.
Hang on. We just have
What else you got?
It's funny because one of them that she's done, I'm actually doing today. I thought of in the week.
Right?
So,
is it the same clue?
It was, yeah.
Wow,
but
great minds think alike.
Here's
So
the
this
last
is obviously
one.
coincidence.
Here's the last one from her. This guy sounds superb.
This guy sounds superb.
The Bachelors.
Glenn Campbell.
That's good. I like that.
I'd tell you this, I think you should get onto one of the big game, organisations, Parker Brothers or whatever, because this has got to be, I mean, this could sweep the nation at Christmas. Don't you think this is the perfect Christmas game?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is what's going to make or break the MTV thing.
Right. Some kind of TV version.
Yeah. I'm just thinking into ad breaks, you know, coming up next is this band.
Be careful though, Karl, because, you know, make sure you retain the rights, because I can see this selling abroad. You know, you could
and I
solve
can see
America.
someone coming along and taking the sort of like the Rockbusters and changing one word and making another game out of it and just using the same format. I don't know. I can't think of them there, but they could change. So
sort of like
they change the word rock to something else and have it.
What could it be? Brick block?
Yeah, and so you have to, you know what I mean? So be careful.
Blockbusters will never work.
Look at his little face.
So we're doing that later. Got some good prizes.
Okay.
XFM.
XFM indeed, Steve.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around here.
What are you looking at?
Well, I'm just looking at some of the emails, and if I can find it, I've got an absolute treat from you.
Go on.
Dickie Anderson.
Is he,
Anders, he's emailed in
Richard Anderson, our biggest fan.
Biggest fan. He said, Dear Ricky, sorry for not tuning in recently, only I've been busy watching a puddle evaporate. Glad to hear you haven't tinkered with the show's winning formula by trying to introduce any quality into it. That's from, Richard Anderson. So, good to have Dickie Anderson listening again.
Oh,
because he just keeps us on our toes, you know.
Yeah.
And, good work, Rich. Thanks for that.
I wonder what he looks like.
Dickie Anderson?
Yeah.
I think he's a good-looking guy. For some reason, I've always imagined him as being slightly older, with maybe a beard.
Oh, no,
Do you know what I mean? Like
I think of him sort of cords and now and sweater.
Definitely cords.
I think he looks like, maybe the Proclaimers.
Yeah, but
Right.
again, with a beard or at least a moustache.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm seeing some kind of facial hair.
And he's sort of like, he's sort of, he likes the Cure and the Swiss Nut, but, he snarls at everything. He thinks everything's puerile.
Yeah.
I bet he prefers Radio 5.
Do you think Radio 5?
Yeah. 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
4.
I bet he's a real music snob as well. I bet there's certain bands, it's like rubbish. The Blazing Squad, rubbish. All pop music, rubbish. Britney Spears, rubbish.
Is this defamation of character?
He slagged you off enough times, Rick, and the show. I don't know.
And I'm only saying it's my opinion, I imagine, so,
yeah, I mean,
you
we
know.
don't know. I mean, you know, he could be a lovely guy.
to be honest, I'm getting to like him.
What I like about Richard is he's willing to say what he thinks.
Well, it's more than that.
He's a bit like Eminem.
No, it's more than that. He actually hits on the truth too often for my liking.
Yeah, well, that's...
I mean, this is a shoddy show with very, very little to offer.
You got to remember though, it is a bronze-winning show. We did win a bronze award at the Sonys last year. One of the most coveted of the awards.
Yeah,
bronze.
In my opinion, the bronze is slightly better than the gold.
Well, a lot of people don't win the bronze, Rick. You got to remember that there's not many people who win the bronze.
Gold, you know, gold's got no intrinsic value. It's just a currency, and in my opinion, bronze is better.
Well, yeah.
In a way. Carl, Rockbusters, Carl.
Yeah, no,
Listen,
we did get a bronze, but this year we introduced Rockbusters. Things will be changing. So,
Hey, we didn't introduce Rockbusters, Carl. Please don't tar us with that brush.
Yeah.
You introduced
And also, do you remember the show that got that bronze was the show with the complaint that was upheld by the radio authority?
Was it really?
Yeah, the show that got the award and was nominated was the one with the only upheld complaint we've ever had.
Do you think if we hadn't discussed that particular subject for quite as long, we could have got the silver?
I think it was the mention of, and I say this meaning male birds, of all the cocks.
Right.
Yeah. But do you think the Sony committee was going, I enjoyed the show, if they hadn't mentioned cocks, meaning birds,
Yeah, bee birds, yeah.
I'd have given it the silver.
Yeah.
So,
Carl getting nervous.
Rockbusters then.
Yeah.
Chance to win all that stuff Steve was talking about before.
XFM.
Do we play a record and do Wash Up with You?
Yeah, we'll play a bit of Aqualung then.
Aqualung! Alright, that's Aqualung. Good time's gonna come, innit? Right, Carl, come on in, educating Ricky. So, don't let the cat out of the bag, that's where that comes from. Comes from a crafty butcher. Right, go on then.
So the next little headline is, Wash Up With You.
Wash Up With You, go on.
You wanna know about that?
Yes.
It's a survey that they did. Survey that they did this week.
They?
Yeah. Some university did some survey.
Brilliant.
Did a world test on washing up.
Yeah.
And, each country were given 140 pots to clean. Brits were the quickest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey were the slowest at washing up.
The Turks.
It's not because the little fellas that work in the kitchens with no... Is it?
They can't reach.
Spain were the cleanest, and the Germans were pretty good as well. So
I don't know where to start with this. Honestly, Steve, I don't know where to start with that. Look at his face.
It was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found. Found the parrot, right? I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's what you told me.
Yeah,
the
but
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. Do you understand?
And,
they used to eat cats.
what else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
No, I'm interested. Why?
Tap dancing?
Why?
I didn't write that
He's
much
trying
down
to
about
break Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Come on, what is it? What is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet, because it's old, and
they don't make stair lifts that big, do they?
roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
on. They said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, oh, you know, we're used to seeing it around, it's part of the thing, you know, we don't want it to have sore feet. Yeah. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had, like, a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love him! I love Karl, his world! Think of it, where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. You know, don't wear stilettos to work every day, because you can do your feet in.
So that it's
but don't elephants have really bad memories?
No, they have
great
really good
memories.
memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad bad memories and that.
It goes on, where's my slippers?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left them by the Tesco.
So, sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers?
Yeah, there was, that's in
What
India.
kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of checkered
Well, round
design.
ones, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel
No,
more
it
satisfying?
looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell? How can you tell for elephants, please?
What else is there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
Any more
what?
information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know, it had a picture of her with them, like, you know, out. I just thought, yeah, he should get them covered.
He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's done, look at his little face, he smiles!
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares, it'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Or on that countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in Dictionary Corner.
I'd come up with cat, if that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblent.
Yeah, what does that mean, Karl?
Just anything you want it to mean.
XFM.
Dissing all his mum and everyone.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Christmas.
of cussing in there, which they bleeped out, thankfully.
Carl's in a bad mood already. He's been in about 3 minutes and he's in a bad mood, getting stressed. If you can't hack it, leave. What's the matter with you?
No, I'm just saying, I was meant to enjoy last Saturday off and I didn't.
Why not? Why is that our fault? Because you weren't here?
Just 'cause I don't know, but...
Are you not in the Christmas spirit?
Why didn't you enjoy last Saturday?
What did you do?
I went all the way back up north again, right? Because, it was Suzanne's dad's birthday, right? I was busy last week, didn't have time to get him a present or anything.
Didn't have time to get him.
So I got to Euston Station, bought a card for him, which was a Christmas card, so he wasn't happy because he was saying it's my birthday, and I said, well, I won't be seeing you again. So I've got a joint card. And then we went out.
Did you get him a present?
Well, no, because we went out on Saturday night for something to eat at this pub that he likes. It does nice steak and onion rings, right?
Lovely.
So he should have been happy anyway.
Yeah.
But
What, you paid for it?
no.
But you should have been happy anyway.
Suzanne paid for that because it is her dad, right, not mine. So I said, all right, what can I do? I said to her. So she said, just buy a few drinks or something. Anyway, I didn't get around to getting drinks.
I can't believe it.
Didn't get round to getting the
Right,
drinks.
so I said, right, I'll pay for the cab. Right?
Oh, what a lovely Christmas gift that is.
Yeah,
So-
£2.50.
I paid, no, it was like
in
3
Manchester
quid there,
it is.
3 quid back.
So £6
Oh.
you spent on him.
Well, no, I spent more. You see, that's what he said. He
You
said,
get the
oh,
Bolton and back, can't
he
you, for that?
said, oh, you've spent on me 6 quid for my birthday. I said, no, I haven't, because I gave the taxi driver a tip.
I'm a little bit worried about his attitude as well. Because even if, I mean, that is a stingy present, but you don't say...
Well, I mean, let's be honest, that's the worst Christmas gift ever, because, I mean, you're pretty bad, like we've discussed in the past, but at least you spend a bit of money.
Yeah.
It's just thoughtless.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
I
You haven't
know.
given him any time. I mean, I would...
And I knew my demographic. They loved it, my
Oh, yeah,
family.
the
They couldn't
scratch
believe their luck. You know.
Well, a tenner.
You spent a tenner on him.
Well, the cab fare was 6 quid.
But the thing is, he doesn't. It's not. I don't think he's saying that. I think it's the fact that this is like, you know, frittering away in everyday
it's
life.
kind of
he would
thoughtless, isn't
he would have loved to. I'm sure he would have been appreciative of a lovely £10 gift that you cared about and bought. A book he probably likes fly fishing, doesn't he? By J.R. Hartley. If you'd have bought that, he'd have gone. That's what I was looking for. Or what I was looking for, Karl. Bloody hell, Karl, you little bald twat. That's just what I wanted. So. All right, so just calm down.
So what have you got planned for Christmas? Is this what, I mean, are you doing the same French with
Karl,
Suzanne?
excellent. You've paid me milk bill for this week. That were reet nice.
I'm spent this year.
So
That's it.
have you planned anything for Suzanne, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna...
I'm taking her out Christmas Day for something to eat.
Well,
Right.
does she know that? Was that?
She's working today, so she, you know, so...
Right, okay.
So what Christmas gift have you got?
That's it, I'm taking her out.
What, you haven't got a present?
No, because we spent a lot
Don't
this
forget,
year.
that's half yours, though. You're going to be eating. You're not going to just be sitting there watching her eat, going, "Oh, I'm hungry, but I spent all." You're going to be eating as well. That's half yours.
So she's got
Look at his
nothing to
face!
unwrap.
He looks like a cat who's
But
been
wait a
hit.
minute, she's got nothing to unwrap. There's nothing. She's going to hand something over to you, because I've met the woman, she will. She'll hand something over, you'll open it, you'll love it.
I might get something today.
But you shouldn't take me to begrudgingly persuade you to do it.
God.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so... anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try and stick in some Christmas songs. We're not playing all Christmas songs, but I brought in a couple. So this is Christmas, John Lennon,
Yeah, one
The
or two of
River,
them are good.
Joni Mitchell,
Yeah.
Fairy Tale in New York, one of the best Christmas songs ever. Oh, well, what about a bit of Pretenders? That's a good one. 2,000 Miles.
XFM.
Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence. Steve, if there was a record of the week, that would be a record of the week.
You're a big fan, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's make it record of the week.
Yeah, that's record of the week. Richard Ashcroft.
Excellent.
Science of Silence.
Brilliant.
No one gives us anything anyway. These pluggers, they come in, we get things like homemade bands that they've pressed it in their garage.
Yeah.
You can hear their mum in the background going, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
Mum! We're recording this for XFM!
Yeah.
104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Karl, what have you got for us?
I was just thinking, the irony is, we're the only people on this station, I think, who play their own records, aren't we?
I know.
There's loads of people who do.
Rubbish.
John Kennedy plays what he wants.
He's on in the
Yeah, but
middle of the night,
he's
isn't he?
on
Zoe
3
plays
o'clock
what
in the
she wants.
morning, no
Everyone
one's
plays.
up.
Zoe, on Drive, she plays some stuff.
What do you mean? What does he play?
Fatboy
Whatever she
Slim,
wants to
probably.
play.
Here's another remix.
You know?
I won't say who it's by.
Christian plays some of his own.
Does he?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but they're probably novelty songs, aren't they, by you?
Right, listen, right, yeah, New Year and all that.
He's great, isn't he?
Rockbusters is on the way, we're getting some good stuff coming in.
I have to say, I'm amazed. Every answer I've had so far has been correct. I listen to the clues, I've got no idea. And I know you, Karl, I spend time with you,
Have
I know
you
how you
seen the
work.
XFM listeners? Well, of course they're the same as Karl.
Sure.
Of course they've got the same mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
So what did you do for New Year, incidentally?
Well, I cocked it up a bit, right?
You're joking.
Go on,
You're
here we go.
joking. You're joking, mate. Go on.
I went and booked a
You
table.
got the wrong day.
No, right? Booked a table at a restaurant that was shut. Right?
What?
I booked a table at a restaurant, and the one that I called, it wasn't the one. The call had been diverted. So Suzanne said, "Call them up and see what they're serving." Right? Because I forgot to do that when I booked the table. Right?
That's great, anyway.
Because the thing is, right, it's a restaurant in Covent Garden, but they've got one in Victoria. But when they answered and they said, no, Victoria, I thought that was the person who was answering the phone. Do you know how some people say the name?
Right.
Right? So then when I called them up and said, what
You thought he sounded a bit funny.
Right? So,
I'm confused, Karl, but probably not more.
Well, no, it was
no
a
more
bran-
than you would have been on
Okay,
the
it was
on
a
the day.
branch of a.
All right,
he doesn't
anyway,
want to give the restaurant away, so he phoned it up. There's one in Covent Garden. They answered the
So
phone.
it's not the restaurant's not called No.
No, they said no, Victoria.
Why can't we name the restaurant?
I don't know why.
Are we
It's not
scared-
libelous.
Are we scared that, like, are you scared people are going to sort of see you in there because it's your regular haunt?
no, it's just that, you know, you got to pay for stuff, haven't you?
Right.
I mean, it's...
Okay, anyway, so you've
I
got...
wouldn't mention it before New Year, but it's not...
So
in
did
our
you go
favour
all the
now,
way
is
to
it?
the restaurant to find out that it was closed?
No. What happened is I called
Was that
them
the name
up.
of the restaurant again?
Right, the restaurant's called Christopher's. They've got one in Covent Garden, they've got one in Victoria. He
Right.
phoned up, he went to book, it's a lovely restaurant, I've been there often, I recommend it to him. He phones up, says, "Can I have a table for he said, "No problem, sir." Right? And then, Suzanne said, "Oh, you better call up, see if they've got any haddock on the, menu." And he went, "Hello," and they went, "Hello, Christopher's." Victoria went, "Victoria?" They went, "Yeah." He went, "Oh, no. That's it, innit?"
So then I just said, no, forget it. I'm not going all the way over there. So I cancelled it, right? So then I called up Suzanne and said, "Look, I've made an error. The place we were going to is shut."
Was she
So-
surprised again, or?
So we're not going. So she said, "Oh, try some other places," and I did. They were all booked up, right? I was fed up anyway. I hate New Year. It's always like this, isn't it? So, I said, "Look."
You know the common factor in all these stories? You hate Christmas, you hate birthdays,
It's
you hate
you.
New Year. It is you.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, "I'll sort something out."
Yeah.
So I went to Tesco.
Leave it with me. Went to Tesco's, boots
went
were
to
shut.
Tesco.
Got a lovely plate of condoms.
Did you just stay in and play with her birthday, her Christmas gifts?
blowing them up? There's all
Staying
I've done, look, I've done some balloons.
Well, it was. We did stay in, and I watched that thing that 100 Greatest Moments, which was annoying me. Did you see? There was a nudist on it. You know how I feel about them,
Yeah.
right? Did you see him?
Man with two knobs.
There was a man with two knobs on it, and a nudist who just like wanders about the house.
But it said, and when he visits people, I was thinking, who lets him visit? I go,
Exactly, yeah.
But he must go there with trousers on and go, "Hello, lovely to see you. Can I just pop all these off?" Well, not really, no.
And I tell you what annoyed me the most. They had a white sofa. If you were a nudist, you'd get a darker one. Right? So anyway, right. So we ended up watching that. That annoyed me. And then I was tired by about 11, and I said, "Oh, let's go to bed." And she said, "You can't." And that annoys me. The fact that because it's New Year, you got to stay up, and it's like, well, why can't we just? You should bring it forward, so in case you want
To quarter to 10.
Well, you stay up, and it's like my eyes were dead heavy, and I was like, oh, I want to go to sleep. So just stay up, and then it's midnight, and you go Happy New Year, then you go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone, Carl. Some people have a little party.
So
it's over with anyway.
Yeah.
So, are you 86 years old?
It just gets on my nerves.
Do you ever enjoy? You never seem to have any fun, Carl. This is what disappoints. This is what worries me. I feel like you're going to die.
You're here,
young,
you're here, Karl, with us two. We've got three, as I was just saying to Steve, three of the greatest comedy minds ever in one room, and Steve pointed out since the goodies.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean,
it should be party central.
Yeah.
So anyway, right, so this is when I spent time thinking of new ideas.
Right.
So that's when I came up with, what did I come up with? Rituals.
Yeah. This is about, it's good to have a flathead in India.
And just run us past
Just run, yeah.
It's good to have a flathead in India.
Is that it?
Well, what they do is they put wood around your head and sort of clamp it, and the flatter head you've got, apparently the more attractive in some part of India, can't remember. So that's like that's a ritual.
So I don't know where to start with this.
No.
Well, leave it. We'll be doing that. Well, we've done it. That's
so that was the first
week.
one, was it?
That's for this week!
Right. We've also got Do We Need 'Em, which we carried on from last year, which is finding out, what animals we need in the world, which ones we can get rid of. I'm talking to experts and that, finding that out. We're doing Rockbusters, that's underway, we're getting emails in. And, what do you think of that then?
What do you think of that then, of course?
I love this, that he treats this show like it's a checklist for what he's got to pack for holiday.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? He just goes, sun cream, it's sort of like, it's done. Look at his face!
No, but I try and come up with stuff that people will remember and go, that's interesting, I'll tell my mates that in the pub. Another one I'm thinking of doing, do you know the film Around the World in 80 Days?
Ooh.
Around the World in 80 Gervais. And what I do, I give you, like, little things, like, little bits of information about countries, so that if you go, you'd go like, oh, I don't want to go there.
It's a terrible thing to say, and I apologise. I can't think of the PC word for it. But I think Karl is slightly retarded.
Yes. Yeah, I was just thinking the same, yeah. Yeah. Is there something we can do about that?
Just play a record, just keep the...
Could we get ourselves registered as a charity?
I think so.
XFM.
Cheering breaks, painkiller on XFM. Karl's getting a little bit stressed, aren't you?
No, I just, got to keep focused, got to keep the show good and that.
Yeah.
And in the new year, the idea was come up with some good snappy stuff.
Yeah.
And today, I just think it's been a mess with you, to be honest. I mean, this is the sort of thing I'd prefer to do after the show as the producer.
Yeah.
But...
Do you know what? I think it's a discipline problem.
Is it because I just put sellotape on your head?
Well, that's a bit to do with it. But just, let's just focus
But
on...
I didn't put it when there was any hair on your eyebrows. I put it across your forehead.
Right. What do you think of that, then?
Yeah.
We've got one more bit left.
Brilliant.
One more fact. The French, right, when they were at war...
David Sharma, I just imagine him just introducing it. Amazing.
Which war was this?
It was still the World War...
One or two. Go on, it's 50-50, go on. Yeah.
Right, World War II, what the French did, everyone needs a code.
Right? Everyone needs a code. Yep.
A code, when you're in the army.
This is a Disney song.
Right. And, to sort of give the go-ahead if you want to go into battle and stuff.
Okay.
Right? So,
everyone needs a code.
But the weird thing is... Right, the weird thing is... Do you know what theirs was?
Go on. Do you?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
so what was
weird.
the French code?
For what?
To sort of say, right, yeah, go on.
But they had more than one.
on this day.
But I don't know what day it is.
On this day.
Oh, what? It's like saying, what am I thinking of? What was the battle? What was the...
Okay, so, alright, what...
Look at him, look, he's genuinely confused that I've asked this question. Right.
It was...
No! If you ask me a question, ask me the question correctly. What was the code for battle during what battle?
World War II.
No, that's not a battle. That's a war.
Yeah, it was in a war, yeah.
I don't know what to do. He confuses people.
Alright, okay, what was it, Karl? What was the
Yeah,
code?
what are
the
you
French
thinking
code?
of? Right.
John's got a moustache.
What are you talking
My
about?
lungs are gonna burst.
That was a code that the French used. You know, like, I mean, I just think it's a bit daft, right? Because you could come up with that by mistake.
yeah. Two French blokes talking in the trenches, and they see a major walk past, and they go, "Oh, look, John's got a moustache," and they all go and go, "No, I was just talking. What are you talking about?"
Well, the way I don't think that's a good code. I'm not.
I don't believe it is the code.
No, it is, seriously.
And what?
And
It's
would
just
it,
that
would
we
it have
always
been?
talked
Would it have
about
been
it.
said in French?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the way that-
Guessing. Yeah.
No, but
What?
you see, I can't even be bothered
What are you saying, Karl?
because it's not a very good code. Do you know, like we've talked in the past about things you don't see, and I said an old man eating a Twix.
Yeah.
If they use that's safe because no one is ever going to see a man having an old man having a Twix.
What do you mean?
Well, use that as a code. Don't use a saying, John's got a moustache, that could crop up. And it's like the war's kicked off. How did that happen? Well, I said John had a moustache. Oh.
Two French folks would never be saying John's got a moustache. Why would they?
Because back then they were fashionable.
He nearly makes sense, doesn't he?
I assume it would have been Jean.
Yeah. No, probably John.
And how would this code have been? I mean, who would have announced
I
this
just
to
read
everyone?
it. I read it like that, Steve. That's what was on the internet. This is a code that was used. John's got
But
a
don't be
moustache.
angry with me.
I know, but you're always asking questions.
That's because I'm interested in history.
Yeah. No, you're genuinely interested in bloke, Karl. We'd like to know. I'd like to film you secretly. You know, like they do, like Nature Watch, when they put it in a badgers sort of thing,
Warren,
right?
yeah.
And they just watch it. I'd like to see what you do, pop around and go, I wish I could download the music in your head. Because it'd be, and you see something weird, you go, and then you read that and you go, and you write it down, and that's what comes out. John's got a moustache.
I'd like to see next Christmas.
Imagine the French, right, for their battle cry, for their battle code to know it's going ahead, they're going over the top, is you never see an old bloke eating a Twix. Imagine that.
Yeah, but all these things are things that I think in my head.
Keep them in there.
Do you know,
Please.
like before when I was talking about going out on, Christmas Day, having a meal on the way back, seeing a homeless person.
Yeah.
And then I think, God, that wouldn't be good. I don't know, TV show. Right? You can think of things like that. When I saw the homeless fella, then I got talking to Suzanne about when I had to sleep in my car.
What do you mean? Go on.
Let's play a record and come back to any sleeping in the
God,
car.
I can't
Shall I
wait.
play a song for the lovers?
I was watching last night, Karl, on cable TV, 1987's amazing Sign of the Times Prince in concert film. It was dynamite. I thought to myself, how brilliant he is. It reminded me of the gig I went to see last year. He played this tune. It's from the album Parade. Okay, I don't want to discuss whether or not Prince is acceptable on XFM or whether he's a genius. He is a genius. That's the end. That's the end of the discussion. Play the tune. He's dynamite. It's a song for the ladies.
I remember, I'm going to tell you, I was on the way here. You know, do you remember John? He's got a moustache now.
I can't believe it. Lads, no!